Less than 24 hours since he was sworn into office, Denver's new mayor addressed what he calls the most significant issue the city now faces. And the issue, of course, is Denver's homeless population.
Now, for some background here, let's take a look at some data from the Common Sense Institute. In March, this organization reported the number of homeless people in the city last year was about 4,800. The year before, that number was 3,700, but did not include people who were unsheltered. Now, the Common Sense Institute says in the past 5 years, those without permanent housing in Denver rose by nearly 44%.
And Mayor Mike Johnston just declared a state of emergency, allowing more funding to help. Well, Denver 7 Chief Investigator Tony Kowaleski is joining us. The mayor has an ambitious goal for his first year in office, Tony.
A very ambitious goal, Ann. If we're talking in horse racing terms, Mike Johnston has come out of the gate sprinting. He's quickly telling Denver voters that he got the message.
Now, let's get to work. Thank you so much for having me.
And Denver's new mayor was not kidding. Less than 24 hours after taking the oath.
Today we are here to announce a process we want to commit to make this the city's top priority.
And that top priority is these and hundreds of other tents throughout the city. Mayor Johnston announced an aggressive agenda, declaring a local disaster emergency and activating the city's Emergency Operations Center.
I think the important message from us is this is day one. This is what we think the most important crisis the city's facing. Many of us talked about this when we ran for office and had a charge when we took the oath yesterday to commit to taking on this problem. And this is our commitment that we will do it in a unified way.
Mayor Johnston says his team has already identified empty parcels of land, options to relocate the tents, locations to set up what he calls micro communities that will include bathrooms, kitchens, along with mental health and addiction services.
We will set a goal, which is the target is we want to get 1,000 people who are currently unhoused access to housing before the end of this calendar year.
Johnston candidly admitted right now they don't have all the answers to accommodate an estimated population of 1,300 unhoused Denver residents. But he stressed on day one, the entire city has made this priority one.
This is about how we take courageous steps to start what we know feels like a very intractable challenge. I talked about yesterday, I think the biggest problems we face in a democracy are giving into the notion that somehow we think problems are unsolvable.
So you might be asking the question, where is the money coming from? It's a question we asked. Mayor Johnston said there are current dollars in the city's budget. He also mentioned access to state, private sector, and foundation funding. But here's the key. We're going to expect many updates on this. This was the start, and he emphasized that many updates in the coming days and weeks.
All right, day one. Thank you, Tony.
Thank you, Tony. And this isn't the first time the city has tried to get people into housing. It's what they call a surge effort. Last year, the city set a goal to house 400 people within 100 days. Officials say they were able to put 359 families into housing, which equals nearly 600 people.
So how much does Denver spend on housing for homeless? Well, a Denver 7 investigation found the city budgeted more than $152 million in 2022, and that jumped nearly 20% this year to more than $180 million.
And Mayor Johnston has other priorities now that he's in office, and those include addressing crime and public safety, making sure people are safe downtown, and making housing more affordable. You can find Tony's interview with the mayor right now on Denver7.com. We also have a recap of yesterday's inauguration ceremony.